Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Parasite. This is a 2019 film. It is rated R. It runs 2 hours and 12 minutes, and it stars Kang Ho Song, Sun Kun Lee, Yeon Young Yo. That's my best attempt at those names. And the description: greed and class discrimination threaten the newly formed symbiotic relationship between the wealthy Park family and the destitute Kim clan. This is Parasite. Well, hello everyone. No, I have not seen this movie. Movie of the year. It won all the awards at the award shows at the end of 2019. It shocked everybody that this is the first non-English speaking movie to win Movie of the Year at the Academy Awards, was it? Yeah. And so I've not been wanting to see it. I was like, this is one movie of the year that I'm just going to let go by me and whatever. I'm not going to watch it. And that only worked for about 3 months here, maybe four. Coming into May here, I've been running out of things to watch with quarantine, and we're at the end of April, and literally I had nothing else to watch. So I was like, well, I'm gonna focus in. I'm gonna watch it earlier in the evening to make sure I'm really awake and alert, so I can read the subtitles, and I'm gonna watch it. So I watched it last night, and I made it through. I did take a break in the middle. I figured I wasn't missing anything, but I did watch it all the way through, and it's better than expected, I guess. But there's still a lot wrong with it. So I'll talk about the positives first. That's fine. Um, it was better than expected. I didn't. I mean, I knew what to expect from this movie because it won awards and won Movie of the Year, but I didn't expect a good mystery like this. There's lots going on. There's some shocking things, but nothing that we haven't seen before. It's intriguing, but we've had American made movies like this. We've had Australian movies made like this. I mean, this is nothing we haven't seen before. It's a family drama, people being in need and doing what they want to make it, and they just happen to be really freaking smart. So the way they handle this current events that they find themselves in, it's intriguing as we go along, and they get more and more founded in their situation, and they have to be on top of things more. They have to study things more. It keeps you intrigued, just by finding out what's going on. It's not so much about the subtitles in certain parts of the movies because you're just so invested in what's coming, and you're just watching on the edge of your seat like, oh, what's going on, So that kind of stuff's really good. Um, the way they're able to keep everything straight, for the longest time, you kind of wonder where somebody's just gonna muck things up, and nothing really ever happens. So it's really impressive how they're able to stay consistent and keep details, perfect, and you get to start seeing a little bit behind the scenes as the movie goes on. And I like how they let us behind the curtain a little bit and understand, kind of what's going on. We don't just have to figure it out by ourselves, especially reading the subtitles at the same time. I kind of appreciated that. I appreciated the people that are the recipients of their mischievousness. They, handle themselves well, their drama and everything else that's going on. And then the big secret of the movie, which I will not reveal, is really compelling, especially when it happens. You're like, what is going on here? So the way that's handled out through the end is fine. But that's when we start the turning the cheek here, because when that big surprise is revealed, that I'm not gonna tell you what it is, then I think it just goes downhill. Like, I mean, it has some crazy stuff happen towards the end, but I don't understand it. I don't like how they handled it. I could rip it apart, but what's the point? I mean, a lot of people are liking this movie because it was movie of the year, or they saw it before it was popular. And I just did not want to waste my time in theaters with this, and I'm glad I didn't, because I go to the movie to be entertained, especially in theaters. So when I watched this here at home, this was me investing myself in this movie to be able to say that I've seen it and I know what happened and I can evaluate that. So this is my opinion on the end of the movie, is that it makes no sense that they threw some things together that they could completely throw the last 10 minutes away and it would have been a better ending, because the last 10 minutes are like, okay, this is like a dream situation and you're gonna like tack on this 10 minutes just because you want to, and it makes no sense whatsoever. So the very ending, I feel, is just as bad as some of the other endings of terrible movies that you know of. So I think this is up there with one of the stupidest endings of all time. The other stuff that kind of bothers me about this movie is other things that don't make sense. I would say that when a rich family takes people on recommendations and they don't need documents and all that stuff, that's fine. That's like what happens in this movie. That's fine, but you figured that they would eventually check in on people. Like, I just the the I the irony of this movie is that everything works out the way it does because it's a movie, it's a script, and the story's going to happen the way it's going to happen. Nothing in this movie plays to reality and how things really would have happened in the real world, like people checking up on people and making sure they're credible, and people not figuring out certain things about people. So I don't really buy into the whole idea, even though it was a neat idea. I still think movies like the Ocean's movies are more intriguing. I didn't even like very much Knives Out, but I like that a lot better than this. So, as much as it annoys me, and as much as I could rip it apart, but I'm not going to, I did generally enjoy myself watching this movie, reading the subtitles, everything else that it had in it. I can suggest it to people, but I totally think it's just a one watch. I don't think it's any kind of movie of the year. I think there are a lot better movies of this genre, and if people want to praise this, then they got some low expectations because there's a lot better movies out there. So I'm gonna give a B minus to this movie, Parasite, and it just annoys me that I can't give it a lower grade, but I really can't. I think B minus is really fair, and I just will never see it again. So B minus for Parasite. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and get some of them watched. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.